What's going on, my wonderful people? Back with another Wizards video. Now, the Wizards season officially starts tomorrow against the Philadelphia 76ers, and I'm very excited. I'm ready to see the team in action. I know Rui Hachimura is going to be out for 3 weeks with pink eye. Very Wizards-like. I mean, if it ain't Dwight Howard and his butt, it's Rui Hachimura and pink eye. I don't know. It just always happens to the Wizards. I don't get it. But he's going to be gone for 3 weeks. But hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it doesn't, get the team off to a bad start that he's not there. I would like to think that Brad and Russ will just pick up the load a little bit more, which I know they can do. And they'll be fine until Rui can return. But I want you guys in the comment sections to let me know. What's your bold predictions? Who's your team MVP? What's your expectations for Brad and Russ? What you think the Wizards' record will be? Do you think they get in the playoffs? If so, what seed? I want to know all you guys' thoughts and opinions. So definitely let me know in the comment section. But let's get into this video. First, I'm going to talk about the starting lineup and who I believe should be the starting 3. So obviously at the 1 and 2, you got Russ and Brad. At the 3 spot, I think it's pretty simple. And I think we all know it's pretty simple. Now, hopefully for Scott Brooks, it's just as simple. There's no overthinking here. We all seen in the preseason who's looked the best, who's looked the most ready. And it's Deni Avdija. Regardless, I mean, it's simple. He should be the starting 3. He should be at that spot. He's earned it. He's played well. So, that spot is his. At the 4, you have Rui Hachimura. Now, with him being gone, naturally, you may think that Davis Bertans steps into that spot. Depends on what his conditioning is like. He may not start for the first couple games and then transition into that spot. Maybe it's Gil or Bonga if they want to go smaller. But I'm going to say for a natural fit that Bertans slides into that starting 4 spot. And at the 5, you have Thomas Bryant. So that's my starting 5. I think that's, a lot of people starting 5. Wasn't that big of a question. The only really question was who's going to start at the 3. And I think Deni took that job with ease in the preseason. Next thing we're going to talk about, season expectations. My expectations for the season, I think it could be a year where the Wizards can definitely make some noise. I think they can open some eyes. Now, obviously, they not no championship team. They not, up there with the Nets, in my opinion. But I do think they're going to be a team that plays hard and fight. And you definitely going to get your money's worth when you play against them. I think this is a team that if all the cards go right, they're going to be talked about as one of those potential sleeper teams. Potential. But I got a good feeling about this team after thinking about it. I like the squad. I definitely think they can be one of those teams who, if you match up with them in the playoffs, they're going to give you a run for their money, for sure. It is not going to be one of those teams that, this is going to be a cakewalk matchup. They're going to give you a fight, especially when you got 2 fighters like Brad and Russ. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So, my expectations for the team is definitely, I'm optimistic. I think they can make some noise. I think they can be one of those sleeper matchups. Maybe take out a higher seed when they're the underdog for sure. So, I like where the team is headed going into the season. Now, let's talk about record. What do I think the Wizards' record is going to be? After some thinking, I've landed on 42-30. I feel like that's not too high. Like it's not unrealistic. I feel like that's not too low. I feel like that's a good middle spot, 42-30. I think that's respectable. I wouldn't be surprised if they landed on that number at all. I mean, of course, all this is, I don't know who gets hurt or how long somebody gets hurt or what happens. This is just what I think. If everything goes right and people can stay healthy for the most part, 42-30 is where I land at. I don't know, maybe that's good enough for 6th, 7th seed. So, and I think that would be where I predict them to be at as far as seeding. 6th, 7th, maybe if they're a little worse, 8th seed, possibly. But that 6 and 7 range is where I land them at anyway, as far as the playoff, because I do see them making the playoffs and them being a playoff team. So 42 and 30, I feel like is realistic. I feel like it's respectable. And I think that's not too low. So I think that's just about right, 42 and 30. Now, my expectations for Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. I do think the tandem can work. I do think they can both have very good seasons. I think Russell Westbrook coming to the Wizards is going to bring more eyes to how good Bradley Beal is. Because people know Bradley Beal is good, but he's not really acknowledged like that in the public eye, especially with the national media, sports media, because he played for the Wizards and they were on a losing team. But now that you have, Westbrook fans and that the media that comes along with Russ, I think more people will definitely see how good Bradley Beal actually is. And like I said in a previous video when I talked about why Russell can work in Washington, Bradley Beal isn't as ball dominant as James Harden is. Bradley Beal can work off the ball. He did it with John Wall early in his career. Now, of course, he's improved his ability to create for his teammates and facilitate with him being by himself with John Hurt. But Russ can be back in that OKC mode where he's in control of the ball for the majority of the time, and he can get Brad open and let Brad focus on getting buckets more. And while also with Thomas Bryant being at the 5 who can stretch the floor, and you don't have to put small forward or power forward at the 5 like Houston did. You don't have to give up that size. So I think both Brad and Russ can work as far as, a tandem working together. And I think they both can have very good seasons. They could definitely have very good seasons. This may be Brad's most, his best chance to finally get that All-NBA spot. He has the eyes. He just got to continue to do what he do and ball out. So that's my thoughts on the expectations for Russ and Brad. Definitely think it's going to work for this season. And I definitely think they both going to have very good seasons. Now, the team MVP. My last thought. Team MVP. I think I'm going to give it to... Russ. I'm going to give it to Russ. I say this because I think Russell Westbrook has the chance to play, with a 5 who can shoot and extend the floor. And I think with Russ never really playing with a big who can do that, Thomas Bryant is going to get easy buckets, which is going to get Russ assists. I think Thomas Bryant is going to create more space, which is going to give Russ easier buckets. Now, of course, you're going to get the Russ mid-ranges. That's just a part of his game. But I think his assist numbers are going to be good. I think his points per game is going to be good, obviously. And I think his rebounding is going to be good. That's just who he is. He's going to improve the team rebounding because Russ is just that guy who gets after the boards. He wants those rebounds. He definitely has a chance, in my opinion, to average a triple-double. I don't know if he's going to do it, but he definitely has a chance. I think Brad is going to be right there for team MVP as well. Those are going to be my top 2 guys, obviously. But I'm going to give it to Russ because statistically, I think he's going to have a pretty good season. I think Thomas Bryant and Bradley Beal are going to make his life very easy. He's going to be very comfortable in the system that he's playing in. And he's going to get a lot of easy buckets with Brad and Thomas Bryant and Bertans and Rui coming back as well. I think he's going to get a lot of easy buckets. So, team MVP, I will go with Russell Westbrook. But that's pretty much my preview. I'm going to try to get a video out tomorrow. I do have work, so I'm going to try before the 76ers game starts, for sure. I'm going to try, guys. So, I'm excited about the season. I know you guys are. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's see what this team can do. I mean, they underdogs against the 76ers. Not a surprise, but let's see if they can pull the upset off first game. Get the season starting off right. Get the fans hyped. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. So, until next time, guys. Peace.